land in any form, that the church, the village would have sole right to determine the use of the land. And our request at the last meeting was also to put in language in the lease that our desire, not legally binding language, but our desire would be for the lease to be renegotiated at the end of 30 years. And that would be up to other generations and possibly another pastor at that time. I'm sure we'll work through that.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Ed Connor, Murray Avenue. Mayor, can David take a couple of minutes and sort of hit the highlights of what is in this lease, since none of the public has actually seen it?
Could you do that, David?
Well, I tell you what, Ed, I could. The only thing that concerns me is I'd feel better if everyone just took a copy of it. Because you always, when you try to hit the highlights of something, if you, not that I make a lot of mistakes, as you guys know, but if I mistake something, you know, and if you don't mind, if you could get a copy, or I could give you a copy.
Well, I think it would help.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that, but I just don't want to.
We're going to have a public hearing.
Yeah, we're going to have a public hearing. We're going to have copies available.
We'll put it on GoshenNewYork.info.
You can do that
On the
also.
website. On your site, on the village website as well.
Yeah, we can put it on the village website. So we can do that, if that's all right, Ed. Thank you. It's a good suggestion, but, you know, David's right, though. He might, what he considers a highlight, you might not consider a highlight. So, you know, we'll have copies of it, and then everybody can read it themselves. Yes, ma'am.
Jacqueline Keeley, Murray Avenue. I have a question about the date of when the property was given by King James to the church, and who the property was taken from prior to that. Who owned it prior to that?
We own it on the board. Like 2 days.
David will find out.
I have no idea. Is there any way we could find that out? Who had it before?
Well, I don't know that you'd be able to find out in terms of record. I don't know. There was no record. There was no record title.
There was no record.
Prior to, you know, to be a land grant from the king. I don't know whether the Dutch made a claim. You know.
Yeah, when the Dutch were here.
And then it was just here.
And then it was just here, correct.
Yeah, I don't think there'd be any way we could find that out. Who owned it before? You know. Any other public participation? Yes, sir.
I've got perhaps a compromise. Since we have a group from the church here tonight, this might be under consideration tonight for discussion. Perhaps the village could issue a quitclaim for all that property from the benches in, and the church could acknowledge all that property from the benches out as being the domain of the village. That's basically the village square. That's not any property that the church certainly needs or uses or has ever used. It's always been part of the village. So why not strike a compromise where everybody gives a little bit, everybody gives up a little bit, and clear lines of title are determined. A deed could be issued for all that property from that point forward out to the public area, giving over that title to the village, and then the matter would then be settled for all point in the future.
Great idea. Thank you for your input. That would have to be considered between the church. I don't know whether the church would.
Well,
Go ahead, David.
I think we had that discussion, but I don't think there was a number of years ago. I don't think there was. What's the right word? It wasn't positive feedback.
That was then, and this is now.
And it hasn't been discussed.
Well,
Recently, it hasn't been discussed. No, it was discussed.
Not amongst
yeah.
us.
Not at this point, no.
Well, that could be all part and parcel of what comes out at the public hearing, public discussion, whatever we're going to call it. I thank you for bringing stuff forward. That's what we might need, but thank you.
And I certainly don't expect any comment on that tonight, but perhaps the church can chew on that, and perhaps there can be a dialogue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Village Board, Dave Markway. Another thing as a point of consideration would be maybe something to the effect of in any type of an agreement that if the church does claim this land, that if there be any type of transfer of ownership, being the church becomes insolvent, or that there be some type of sale, that the village be given the right of either a gift from the church, or that the church be willing to sell the property to the village at, I guess would be a reasonable rate, being that this is such a highly prized piece of property that the village does hold dear.
Right of first refusal.
Right of first refusal, yeah. Well, that's something, again, that's all part of to be considered, and that could be part of the lease if the church so we would consider that, and the village board would consider. That's a good idea.
Option to buy.
At least with an option to buy. It's just, people are throwing out ideas, and I think they're good ideas, and it shows some thought. It's very nice to have all this input at the meeting, just to see how the citizens feel. Usually it's Joel and...
Neil.
I was going to say...
You read the one of the scholarship winners, that's what you gotta say.
I was going to say the scholarship winners, yes. No.
Joel and Neil and Mr. Rooney's raising his hand in the back that he's always here.
Ray, you have something?
No, he just wanted to know.
You recognize that he's doing it here, all right.
And let's not forget Mr. Andrews.
Oh, that's right, and Rennie too, that's right. Rennie is another one of our regulars.
I do have a question.
Yes.
On the budget that you just approved, you have a line there of refunds and taxes. And
Ready, where you at?
on 1934,000, page 3.
What? And your question is?
Well, you've increased the amount on the new budget from 40,000 to 72,312. I was wondering what the reason was for that.
I'm pretty sure that's the reassessments that are coming through. But I will check on it further and have an answer for you. That's what I would suppose it is, but I'll definitely check on it.
Okay. Also, on under general, page 5, third line from the bottom, you've reduced the amount of it was 150,000 for the band Salesian improvements principal.
Yeah, the BAM bond, yeah.
Yeah, you reduced that from 150 to 125,000. I assume the 25,000 what you put in for the recreation.
Yes, it was, yes.
But if you've got a band, aren't you working with a... That's even better. Under the sewer, the private hauler charges, you've increased that $10,000. What's your basis for increasing that $10,000?
Which page, right? Basically, we have, I believe, I'd have to double check with Mike on this. He's been talking to one additional customer. So instead of having two, it'll be three different companies now. So we'll be able to utilize the full amount of what our speedies permit is.
Okay. You mentioned the new line item you put in there, but also you've reduced the electric $10,000. Now, how do you arrive at that?
Because of the plant's newness, we're using less electricity than we used to use.
Yeah, but the plant's been running for 3 years.
I know, but the electrical costs are going down because we're becoming more efficient at running it.
Well, I mean, they only just discovered that from the 2 weeks ago when they did the first budget?
Yes.
They only just discovered that?
Yes.
I see. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. Hi, Paul Schlossberg. I live on Murray Avenue. I've got a number of my neighbors here with me. In the interest of time, I will summarize. We've been working with Mike Newsily. The water in our area is reaching the point, I'll be sarcastic and say it's irrelevant. Our water pressure, starting about November, went literally drip, drip, drip away, and I'm not trying to be facetious with that, that's real. We had A-Bar Plumbing come out, they checked our water pressure in our home, and it was 20. We were the first